Years ago, I did research for a World War II movie. I came across some old Nazi documents. I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Call of Duty Black Ops Escalation map pack is nigh, and it shall be yours starting May 3rd, first on Xbox 360. Escalation comes packed with 4 multiplayer maps: Convoy, Hotel, Stockpile, and Zoo. But we begin, my friends, in the darker corners of Escalation, an unsettling Arctic freeze where an undead threat terrorizes a landmark event in the horror film genre. In the land of Black Ops, horror film icon George Romero has secured the talents of Fright Fest legends like Robert Englund, otherwise known as Freddy, Danny Trejo from Machete fame, Michael Rooker from Walking Dead, and of course Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now alas, things go terribly amiss and our actors must take up their arms in earnest. The new Zombies map, Call of the Dead, is by far the largest, most ambitious Zombies undertaking yet. Jimmy Zielinski from developer Treyarch explains just how they arrived at Call of the Dead.
Everything in Zombies happens this way. It's like, somebody will say one thing. Wouldn't it be great if we got this or that? And certainly in a conversation about new characters, somebody's going to mention George Romero or Danny Trejo, and it just spirals at that point. It just takes one spark for somebody to say something that just becomes something of this magnitude.
No, Jefe, I do it like this. Daddy!
It's a iced-in shipwreck. You have lighthouse, you have really creepy environments, you have really long shots. Whenever we think of creating zombie maps, we always kind of think of what style of gameplay. Are people going to run? Are they going to hold? And we always try to lean a little bit one way or the other without completely removing anybody's gameplay. And in this map, we are going to highlight sniping. It's something that kind of harkens way back to the original map that was in World at War, where there was a lot of sniping perches available. And this kind of goes back towards that, allowing people who love to snipe some really long vistas and some great advantages on shooting early. Some of the ways to get around the map in this one stray a bit further away from teleporters. We have zip lines. You're going to jump on the zip line, you're going to turn 360, you're going to shoot. Zombies are going to follow you. We have a catapult, which we call the flinger. The flinger is just all around chaos. It's got a little time delay, so it kind of can trip you up, but at the end of the day, if you learn how to use it, it can be a very effective way to get rid of zombies, to get yourself out of trouble. And these are distances that you're covering that are just immense. I mean, being flung across the map.
Of course, there's more to the setting than just the talent. Jimmy was also kind enough to offer a couple of tips for getting the most out of Call of the Dead.
I would give a really vague tip, but it's very, very helpful, and that is just shoot everything. Just shoot everything. And if you do that, and you do that with a lot of different guns, you're going to find some really interesting things happen that maybe you weren't expecting. I would certainly advise, when coming up against George, that you really kind of watch what he does, and you learn about the various ways to interact with him, because there's not just one. There's something for the people who have this instinct to kill him. Go for it. It's going to work out in the end, hopefully, but there's also other ways that you can deal with him that don't necessarily mean wasting your ammo. So I would just watch him and learn how he operates.
And finally, don't forget just how important you, the community, are when it comes to influencing the design and evolution of zombies.
We actually watch the forums quite regularly for a lot of our ideas and our inspiration and kind of what they're expecting. We don't always try to give it to them verbatim, but sometimes in a roundabout way or sometimes later than they expect.
We'd like to thank Jimmy for taking the time to guide us through Call of the Dead, and now we'll turn our attention to the multiplayer maps. We think Convoy, Hotel, Stockpile, and Zoo tell their own story of their own accord, so sit back, relax, turn up the volume, and enjoy pure, unadulterated Black Ops gameplay from the new maps. Thanks everyone for watching Inside Xbox.
Captured. Spy plane ready for deployment. Taking our flag. They dropped our flag. Throwing thunder away.
Coolest thing? Some of that crazy happened right here.
Hey guys, what's up? Sixshot here, and what you guys just saw was the trailer for the new zombie map, Call of the Dead, and right now I'm going to be doing a breakdown of that trailer. I'm going to show you guys things that I saw. You guys might have saw it, but I'm just pointing it out. I slowed it down and or just took a picture of it and put it right there where it's frozen, where I can show you guys exactly what I want to show you guys in a quicker way than it just flying by and me saying what you guys just saw. And this part's gonna have no audio except for me talking, so just be prepared for that. And there were a couple of things I saw in this trailer. One thing I'm gonna go ahead and point out, because the picture I did it too fast. There's a new type of zombie right there. You guys just saw it, and this guy, apparently his name is George Romero. And he's a zombie guy. He writes books, and he's basically just like Stephen King, I believe, is what my friend described him as. And that's a new type of zombie right there. As you guys can see, it has C4 on him. But anyways, back to the guy that's sitting there. Okay, never mind. Alright, this guy, he looks like he's a new type of zombie. He's also got what looks like a wetsuit, like a diving suit. That zombie has no jawbone, as you guys saw. And the zombies have new skins and a retexture. Right there, if you guys look up to the left by the reticle, there's a hanging zombie. He's hanging upside down by his feet and attacks people who walk by, I'm guessing. And there's another one up here in just a few seconds, and I'll show you guys what he looks like also. I'll pause it just to show you guys again. See right there, hanging right there, in the middle of the screen. You can't miss him. It's just another hanging zombie. I guess it's a new kind of adaptation to the zombies as they progress. What we could be looking at here is a new type of melee weapon, kind of like the sickle was in Ascension. This is possible, or it could just be Machete's character, because he is Machete, you know. So that's two possibilities. It's either a new melee type or just nothing. As this guy right here is a pitchfork, and I doubt a pitchfork will be in the game. So, but we'll see, I guess, you know. You never know with this guy. Okay, and this guy right here, he has, not Buffy, but the guy, he has two dual-wield shotguns. I don't know what that's about. See right there? He has a shotgun, and that doesn't look like any of the shotguns that are in Black Ops, as I know. There may be one that looks like that, but I'm not sure. And he has two of them. So there might be a new kind of weapon coming to Black Ops with this map pack. And right there is Return of the Death Machine. And right there, this guy has another kind of a diving suit, a scuba suit. He has the mask on with the air regulator. He has that on. It looks like he's got a oxygen tank on his back. So it's a new type of zombie, maybe an underwater zombie, maybe, perhaps. We don't know yet, obviously. This random douchebag. This guy's such a douchebag right here, and you guys will see why at the very end of this video, why he's a douche. And Machete just kicking ass, and everybody just raping the zombies. And there's that zombie with the suit again. And right here, there's a guy from the beginning. He's talking to him like he's their friend. You know, he's not attacking them or anything like that. And this appears to be a cutscene, maybe from the beginning of the game. Not sure, but he's standing right there. You know, he's talking to him. He's not trying to hurt him or anything. And I'll tell you guys why it's important in the next picture. It really confuses me because we don't know anything, and it's just really confusing. You guys will see why in just a few seconds. And right here, as you guys can see, that there's a zombie, and it's the guy we just saw that was talking to him. He appears to be some sort of boss, maybe like the doctor from 5. He's a normal person. He is looks like a gravity hammer from Halo, and it looks to be electrified. In the left hand side of the screen where the perks are, you guys see it looks like a marksman perk. It shows a headshot. I'm guessing that's steady aim, or maybe like it gives you extra points for getting headshots or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's a boss, I guess you can say, kind of character for this game. We don't really know. And at one point they mentioned something about being able to interact with him in different ways, so we don't know really what's going to go down there. And he also said this map was going to do a lot with sniping, so sniping could play a big deal. And right there, the screen turns all black and whitish. It appears that a lightning strikes. And right here, this appears to me to be an M14 with a weird kind of scope. Not exactly sure what that is. In the right-hand screen where the grenades are, Matryoshka dolls, they make a reappearance, and that guy also has the marksman. I'm just going to call it the marksman perk. He has that perk too. This is either a new gun, which I think is just an M14 with a weird scope. Maybe it's been upgraded or something. And he also has the RPK. And right here, zip lines are going to be available to use, and it looks like it doesn't cost any money. And apparently the zombies can do zip lines too, which will add a very new exciting feature to the game, because the zombies can also escape with you and chase you if you happen to run on one of those. Looks really cool, actually. And there's this guy being a douche. And right here, as you guys can see, double tap is apparently going to make a reappearance in the game. Because as you know, in Ascension it was cut out because no one used it really. But they're putting it back for some reason. Don't really know why. There's that marksman thing again. And this guy has a scope on his M14 or whatever that gun is. And it's not upgraded. So there may be some sort of, maybe like a scope thing where you can get scopes on them. I don't know. And he also used a thing called the Flinger, I think it's called, that flings you across the map. And right there you see zombies going over there for no particular reason. And he's the only one in the game, so it's kind of weird. And right here, you guys can see in the background, right to the right of the ray gun in the background, there's a perk machine. What appears to be Quick Revive, or possibly some new perk that we don't know about, but it just looks to be Quick Revive. But none of these guys have it, and he's the reappearance of the ray gun, obviously. And it looks to be upgraded to me. Yeah, it's upgraded to the Porter's X2 ray gun. And right there they got a nuke, so nukes are back also. Yeah, so you guys know that. And right here, it's you guys can't see it because I paused the video in the wrong time, but there it's level 1. It's changing from level 1 to level 2, which is confusing because he just came and that thing appears to be a camera, like an electrified camera. He's also glowing, and he looks to be very big, like taller. Not exactly sure what part he plays in this game. Apparently he was the director of the movie that he called those actors there for, and he's like the boss of the zombies or something now. No, don't really know anything about it, but it's gonna be very interesting to find out and see what they have in store for us in this new map. And I personally can't wait. I'm not gonna play multiplayer maps, but I'm gonna play a hell of a lot of zombies, and you guys will see all the zombies that I play for this. So you guys see it's just level 1 going to level 2, and he's already out. So I don't really understand that. And he appears to have some sort of ranged attack that doesn't hurt you, but it just electrifies your screen. And right here, notice, as the zombies are walking up, well, it might not be right here. Sorry. Okay, right here. He's in the water, and you're in the water. You can go in the water now, I guess. And your screen on the outside, it appears to be getting frozen. And just in a second, when you go to the Pack-a-Punch machine, it gets frozen also. That appears to be like some sort of frostbite, I'm guessing. I don't know what part that'll play in this game, except I don't know if it'll hurt you or you might die from it. I really don't know, but it seems to be very interesting. Maybe dying. And here's the Pack-a-Punch. It seems to be out in the middle of the ocean, and you can see the character's screen is almost completely frozen over from the ice. And I guess you could say frostbite. And again, right there in the left-hand corner, he has the double tap machine, double tap perk. So that definitely is coming back. The Pack-a-Punch is coming back. This appears to be just out in the middle of nowhere, so there doesn't appear to be anything you have to do to get to it, as far as I can tell. Alright, right here, if you guys look at the zombies. They seem to be electrified, like they have electricity coming off of them. And at first I thought that was the gunfire, but it doesn't appear to be the gunfire. As you guys can see, that zombie over there by the trench gun, looks like, on the left hand side of the screen, he looks to be, there's electricity coming off of him. I'm not exactly 100% sure what that is, or anything about it. But it appears to be some sort of, like, I guess you could say, like, supercharged zombie, if you will. And you guys can see fire sales making a return. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the zombies look to be electrified, possibly from the George Romero character with the electrified camera. And this has been it, guys. I'm going to leave you with one more video as soon as this is over. As you guys can see, he's coming up out the stairs, and he seems to get hurt by the grenades and stuff. Not killed, but just hurt, even though it's only level 5. And right here we have a video, short little clip, that's going to tell us about some of the Easter eggs we may find in this map. This is why this guy was a douchebag earlier that I was talking about, because he says some things that will obviously lead to Easter eggs and things like that. And you guys will see that in just a moment whenever I'm done talking. Alright guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoy this last little clip, and be prepared for all the Easter eggs and stuff on this next new map pack. See you guys.
I would give a really vague tip, but it's very, very helpful, and that is just shoot everything. Just shoot everything. And if you do that, and you do that with a lot of different guns, you're going to find some really interesting things happen that you maybe weren't expecting. I would certainly advise, when coming up against George, that you really kind of watch what he does, and you learn about the various ways to interact with him, because there's not just one. There's something for the people who have this instinct to kill him. Go for it. It's going to work out in the end, hopefully, but there's also other ways that you can deal with him that don't necessarily mean wasting your ammo. So I would just watch him and learn how he operates.
And